feel like money all around me. You feel like money all around. You could call me Keith of the Spades. Got the fuel and I got the flame. Got a tank and I got a name. You could say this thing propane.
Overhyped or underrated? Where, you know, your boy SKYGOD keeps Spadez, that be me. Oh. Shout out Taco Bell. Shout out Baby Yoda also. This is the show where I will take two characters and I will say one is overhyped and one is underrated. Basically, I will compare them. And this show is going to be a very special episode because I don't know if you guys know who SKYGOD is, but he has this video, and I think he's a phenomenal power scaler. His intelligence is like through the roof as far as like math and numbers is concerned. And like he goes based off of that stuff, you know what I mean? But with that being said, I do disagree with his breakdown of the Itachi Minato fight, right? They just don't be giving my boy Itachi enough credit, bro. He just, bro, Itachi is the GOAT. Like, y'all gotta remember that this man, when he fought Sasuke, you feel me? He was dying. You feel me? Like literally that day, no matter what, he was gonna die. Like, he was like, his life force was like as small as it gets. Like, it was literally dwindling. Like, Sasuke didn't kill him. Like, his life force dwindled. Like, we saw it. So this is him when his life force is fading into nothingness type shit. This is him at that point. So if you really think about it, you know, I'm not gonna get into everything yet. Let me go with the format that I've already set. You know, I'm gonna trust past Keith on this. You know, he be having some good ideas, but I'm trying to tell you. Okay. So number one, right? Itachi was a water jutsu user, you know. So interestingly enough, we see him use it in that little, you know, skirmish he had with the Jonin, the Konoha, you know what I mean? He uses exploding water clone on Kurenai and some unnamed vortex jutsu on Kakashi. Damn near at the same time, Kurenai even takes the time to admire the speed of the jutsu, not realizing that she had missed one and therefore didn't appreciate the speed fully. Okay, so this is, like I said, this is me reading what I wrote a couple weeks ago, and like I love me. You gotta love you. Like, thank God for the SKYGOD. You feel me? But yeah, so what happened in that fight? I don't know if you guys recall, but basically, right? So, Itachi basically leaves his water clone next to Kurenai. Basically, Kakashi has to save her from that one, and while she's being saved, she's admiring the speed that he did that technique, right? But then he has another technique that he had done before she even saw that. While she's admiring that first technique, he had done another technique, and that one hits Kakashi. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Itachi is a high level water user. Like, everybody kind of sees him as just like, oh, he's a fire style guy. But long story short, he's a high level water user. Like, people don't think about it, but he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, we've seen what Kakashi does with the Sharingan, right? Like, he uses all 5 elements. You think Itachi is less intelligent than Kakashi? You think he's less capable than Kakashi? Get the fuck out of here. More than likely, he can use the 7 elements plus the yin and the yang jutsu. Probably, more than likely, I would guess, you feel me? He uses the Yata mirror. So he very well may have an understanding of all the elements because, as you guys know, it's composed of all of them, da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, SKYGOD had somebody on that episode with him. Who was it? Oh, yeah, Seth the Programmer. Yeah. So, both of them super smart. And I respect, like, you know, every video they do, I respect. First and foremost, let me go ahead and say that this is not a disrespect video, you feel me? I will say, I usually also agree, you know what I mean? For this video, I was like, oh, nah, because, okay, so, like I was saying, number one, they're giving KCM Minato a ridiculous speed boost. Like, in all their, you know, comparisons of this form and that form, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're giving KCM Minato a ridiculous speed boost. Like, okay, so if you don't play like a lot of sports, or you don't, practice martial arts, like that type of thing, like use your body in a lot of ways, there's certain types of intelligence that you might not, pick up on, type thing, right? So in a fight, right, they're giving Minato this speed boost because he's got this KCM. But you got to keep in mind, bro, Minato is teleporting. Like, I don't care how much more power you have, like, you're not teleporting faster than instantly. Like he was already there instantly. You feel me? Like, what? Like, but they're giving him that speed boost, and then saying like, oh, well, Itachi just can't do that. Well, no, he's not doing anything. Like, he's like that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand how you guys are looking at that like that. Okay. I'm glad I worded it so well a couple weeks ago. Past Keith, shout out to you. All right. Okay. Number 3, Minato's strike speed is his strike speed plus his teleport speed. When he fought Obito as Yellow Mask, he used FTG and then struck with the Rasengan. You guys wanking him and then re-wanking him and then adding extra wankings. Like, y'all just wanking all over the place. Okay, so once again, this kind of goes back to that athlete martial arts dance, like that. Being able to, kinesiology is what they call it. It's kinesiology. It's a kinesiological intelligence, okay? Long story short, right, when you are clocking his speed, you have to keep in mind that you are clocking the amount of time it takes from him to teleport. That is from the beginning of the jutsu to the time where he is on the other side of you, type thing. And then he has that strike speed. So interestingly enough, and even if you don't necessarily play sports, in video games, right, when you teleport in pretty much any video game where you can just teleport and just eliminate that space in that second, there's always a second where you have to like be there. You know what I'm saying? He has that second where he has to be there before he hits you, type thing. So it's you have to add that teleport speed plus that strike speed. So that is a thing that you have to keep in mind whenever he uses that jutsu. It's not just an instant attack where he's just like, I'm instantly attacking you from all these directions. He's not doing that. He can throw one here, he can throw one here, he can throw one here. Mind you, if he's doing shadow clones, obviously he can do multiple. But Itachi also has shadow clones, okay? So like, don't just be giving your boy wankings on wankings. It's the point that I'm making. You feel me? Okay. Anyway, so number 4, okay? Put some respect on my boy QB Naruto, okay? His speed is comparable to the Yellow Flash. It's at least comparable. Like, it's mentioned several times that it is comparable to the Yellow Flash, okay? Kishimoto showed him out blitzing the Raikage just like Minato did. The point being, Naruto is at least relative to Minato, right? Okay, so that being said, Itachi was handling him in taijutsu low diff, really. Like low diff, you know what I'm saying? Itachi is a monster with the hands, bro. And he wasn't even using Mangekyo, you know what I'm saying? Like he was just like fighting him like with his hand. Okay, so, right. So I don't know if you recall this, but when, Itachi and Naruto, they meet up, they start bumping or whatever, like Itachi just having a conversation like, yeah, so what's going on right now? You feel me? Like Naruto's like, didn't I do some of this? You know what I'm saying? Like he's like maxing out right now. Mind you, he's tired because he's been doing shit, you feel me, for sure. But it's still QB Naruto, you feel me? And he's maxing out, you feel me? He's tired at the end, he passes out because he was maxing out. So this is Naruto maxing out, you feel me? So maxing out, he's going hard as he can, and Itachi just, yeah, yeah, I'm saying, like, just doing like max level shit, you feel me? So the thing is, long story short, put some respect on Naruto's name, and then as a result, put respect on Itachi's name. Because Itachi is that powerful that he's keeping up with Naruto. He's easily matching Naruto. He's matching Naruto low dip, okay? And Naruto is relative to Minato. Okay, so first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? And then that being said, a healthy Itachi beats Minato no matter the mode 7 out of times. Only time Minato wins is on some sneaky shit. Like like you guys were talking about before, Bloodlust of Minato just immediately, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, he might get a Itachi thing. He might. He might not though, because Itachi's cold and he be seeing shit. But then, you know, so that's my 5 reasons as for why Itachi is underrated. He is more the GOAT than he is given credit for, and Minato is overhyped because he's goated up. And don't get me wrong, he is a GOAT for sure. Anybody that says he's not a GOAT is just an idiot. You feel me? So he is a GOAT for sure. But Itachi's on some other shit. So like, and then like I said, so that's my 5 reasons as to why they're overhyped, underrated. But I'm gonna give you guys a bonus one this episode, right? So I'm just going to give you, like, this is how I see the fight playing out. This is just how, you know, I see it playing out, right? So Itachi, right? This man, okay, so they get started, you know what I'm saying? We're going to make the assumption that they know who each other is because they're in the same village and, you know, they know who each other is, you feel me? Anyway, so as soon as, you know, fight, as soon as it starts, you already know both of them are the type to try to end that shit in an instant. They're both that type, you feel me? Well, Minato has a higher level ability to be that first striker. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, probably Flight of the, you know, Thunder God or whatever. And immediately behind them comes from, you know what I'm saying, striking for that blind spot. Ha! Coming for the neck. You feel me? Itachi, he already knows, oh, you teleported behind me. I already know you're going to go for my blind spot. Boom. He probably ducks it. You feel me? Matches him with a kick just to kind of match it. You know what I'm saying? They flip off. But while they flip, you know what I'm saying? Itachi gets to making his motions. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think from the point that I'm making from that initial, you know, setup is that Itachi not only has great reaction speed. We've seen him fight QB Naruto. You feel me? Who is comparable to Minato, you know what I'm saying, the Yellow Flash. We've seen him do that low difficulty through reaction, you know what I mean? And not only just reaction, but it's prediction too. That's what enables him to use his offense as effectively as he does because he can see his opponent's moves before they do them. That's what the Sharingan does. And I did kind of want to add a little bit more to, you know, the kinesiological difference between the Sharingan and the Naruto Sage Mode, because you guys are kind of talking about it, so I wanted to add my little 2 cents in there, you feel me? But yeah, so Sharingan, you feel me? You're literally seeing, like, think of like any action you take, like there's like, think of the animation of the action. So when you're using the Sharingan up to after a certain point, like you're seeing the animation before it actually happens. You're literally seeing it. You feel me? So you're like, oh, he's about to do this and then do this and doing this. You know what I'm saying? You can see it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't always stop it, but you can see it. You know what I'm saying? In Sage Mode, it's more like I think for me, it's the exact same thing as the Spider Sense. Like Spider-Man, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he has the, you know, I got a Spidey sense. I got danger over here. I got this over here. You feel me? And then Spider-Man, there's like this extra dimensional connection that he has between all the Spider-Verse and all that stuff. And, you know, the extra dimensional, you know, wave, energy pattern, whatever you want to call it. That's what Naruto's tapped into. That's why he can like sense the world and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's the Spidey sense. You feel me? Anyway, so yeah, so basically, once they have that initial clash, because the Yellow Flash is going to start it off, but Itachi's going to be able to react to it. I think what the fight is going to ultimately evolve into is Itachi's probably going to go Susanoo immediately. Realistically, he knows who the Yellow Flash is. He's seen this motherfucker immediately like run up on him like back, like behind him. Like you can only block so many of those. You feel me? Like you don't want that shit to happen no more. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? Fuck this, Susanoo. You know what I'm saying? Got my Yada mirror. You feel me? Immediately. You know what I'm saying? And you already know Totsuka blade immediately. So like I got my one shot here. You feel me? So like let's go. Like I'm not playing no games with this, man. Fuck this shit. And then I would say also, if I was Itachi, I would immediately set the entire arena on Amaterasu, like everything on fire. So he cannot go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like now he has to teleport somewhere, but it's off the battlefield. I immediately, you you know, if this is like a, you know, of I guess like a Budokai battle, I win because he left the ring. You feel me? If this is like, you know, like to the death type shit, and he's just like gonna teleport to some random marking that he had at some point in time, then all right, fair enough. But at that point, it becomes a matter of he can't attack me because now I'm like surrounded by Amaterasu and I got Susanoo. So now the battle is essentially over. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really how I see it. But, you know, for the sake of a story, you know, you couldn't do that. So I guess you have to have like a, I don't know, maybe he like teleports back with like some kind of like water shit that just, probably does that Jiraiya shit where he just like, you know, captures the fire and seals it away type thing, which I thought that was some crazy shit. I never thought about that until I saw it. But yeah, so anyway, he finds some way to come back and, you know, put out the flames, but he does it that one time, but then now he's got to, like, it's not like, you know, Itachi can't do it again. So basically what happens this time is Itachi doesn't do it because he doesn't want him running, but at the same time, he's like, all right, so I need to wait until, like, the right time type thing. So basically, it becomes a battle of, you know, a bunch of shadow clones, but Itachi's shadow clones have, which obviously he has them, and water clones, we've seen them, they all have Susanos. You feel me? So you got a bunch of Minatos versus a bunch of Susanos with Totsuka blades and shield. So so basically, Itachi can't get touched, and if Minato gets touched at all, he dies. Because the Totsuka blade is over. It's over with it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can't touch Itachi, and Itachi has the one shot. It's over. Like, you can't beat that. That's what I'm saying. Like, long story short, I don't know why everybody thinks that Minato would beat Itachi. Like, that's not how it works. But yeah, so, overhyped, underrated. It's been another episode of, and, you know, shout out Taco Bell. Shout out Baby Yoda. Sky got out.
Feel like money all around me. You feel like money all around. You could call me Keith of the Spades. Got the fuel and I got the flame. Got a tank and I got a name. You could say this basic propane. Also you could call me cocaine. Also you could call me law man. Came with the sauce and fork man. Misses me with the pork man. Fuck 12, they some hoes man. They feed off criminality, that's the whole thing. Open your eyes to reality. How you gonna try to stop the dope man when you survive off the dope man? Like real talk, like in the capitalist system, you feel me?